Hello, everyone. Today is January 10th, 2024. This is the Kubernetes Data Protection Working Group meeting. Happy New Year, everyone. I think this is the first meeting of 2024. So I think we don't have other things in the agenda today, right? Still, we just want to follow up with this change block tracking. Another thing is 1.30 Kubernetes release. It's getting started, so we will start with tracking. So I think we will try to target alpha in 1.30, right? I guess that's the plan.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. So Ivan, Carl, Prasad, you guys want to give an update on this?
There was not much movement. I mean, the last movement on the PR was on, I think, early December, 9, 10, something like that. So there was feedback given and responded to, and it's back in that state of waiting for response. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I have it on my plate to do one more review, but I don't think I'm going to find anything. Were you waiting for another response from James for anything? Or I mean, who exactly?
Go ahead, Ben.
Who exactly are you waiting for the next feedback from?
You and James both. I mean, remember you had asked about breaking out something about explaining the metadata gRPC stream. So I added a section for that, right? And James had commented on some portion of that section. So it's kind of you and James both.
Okay. I mean, I don't think any of my remaining issues were substantive. It was just, like, can we make this more clear kind of stuff. So certainly we shouldn't be holding back like any implementation work. But yeah, I just need to get to actually formally do the LGTM or see if I have any last small nitpicks.
Sure.
I think James had most of the substantive comments. So I'm trying to remember that I saw that he on some Saturday he came and did a bunch more reviews. Maybe those were the ones you're referring to that we were already responded to.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
There's very little left. I mean, it's really polishing. And
yeah. I mean, I think it looks good.
Ben, your comments are very welcome. I mean, it's really clarifying the language. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Ben, if you can review it, and hopefully we can LGTM on your side.
I was gonna say I totally intend to review it. The challenge for me is my schedule's gotten really busy in the new year. So like carving out a half hour to go through and do a quick read through, that's the challenge for me.
Okay. But you will try, right?
Yes, I'm committed. I'm gonna do it.
All right, yeah, let's get it in this time. And then this, I did pin Michelle. I did ask her to start, but I think she's also, I think she maybe just came back on vacation, so she probably has not. Yeah, she has not started yet.
You mean on the CUP review?
CUP, yeah, CUP.
Yeah.
But that one also, if you not sure if all your comments are addressed, then your comments.
I remember that the CUP was in pretty good shape. I didn't have any issues with what was in there.
Okay, yeah. So let's first, of course, review let's get the C side review down first. Yeah, and this one still need more reviews. Okay, yeah. So that's the remaining things. Sidecar repo. Maybe I wonder if we can. Maybe okay. So maybe I will bring this up in Thursday's meeting just to see if we can just start to request a repo, because I think that probably will take some time too, right? So while we're waiting for this one, we are kind of sure that we're going to proceed. If everyone's fine, then maybe we should just start to request a repo.
Yeah, I mean, is there a mechanical requirement that the KEP is merged before they'll give you a repo, or
No, we need
is
to
it just?
we need to ask for a repo. They are
Okay.
not really. We just need to tell them, hey, what this one is, right? So I will bring this up in Thursday's meeting. Just if everyone's fine, I will just send I think it's send an email. I believe that's what we did in the past. I need to check and see if there's any new process now. Probably just need to send an email to the country experience that that's sick, and then someone can help. But yeah, I'm just thinking that probably will take some time, right? So we maybe should just get that started if we are sure this is going to happen. All right. Now I'll do this. Okay, so this is the change, right? So so we can ask this. So I'll ask this just to see if there are anything new coming. But we may need to wait a little bit on that one, because we haven't done like the first round of 1.30 planning yet, right? But I don't think our all the PRs are going to get merged by Thursday anyway, so I think we have time for that. Yeah, but I will bring those two things up. Other than that, are there anything else we want to go over? Or we just want to get more time back to
Before the holidays, we were talking about maybe doing some more information sharing around data replication.
Yeah, okay, so I need to pin Tom. Yeah, you reminded me. Yes. And
yeah,
also,
I mean, I don't think there were no commitments there, but there was a desire
to
do more information sharing.
Yes, that's something that I do plan to do. I think I need to send him ask him when he. So let me just add this. Just to see if other folks, maybe even like Port Workside, we can also ask someone to talk about it. Let's see. Let's see.
Do we know anyone at Portworx?
Yeah, Luis. Right, I can ping him. I don't know.
He hasn't come to these meetings in forever.
I know, yeah, but yeah, but he's in some other. I saw him in some other meetings. So maybe I'll just see if. But I'm not sure if he's still working on this though, right? That's the thing. He might be working.
Yeah, I mean, it would be great to pull him back in, but he might have moved on to a different area.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not sure. He might not be. Or I could also check with Grant, but Grant also seems to be busy. So okay, so this is something I would do. Let's see when he can come to, then we can start this discussion, right? So I do plan to start this. And the other thing is, I know I talked about this one last time. We are still trying to wrap this up. So okay, so we can just bring this up again. There's this one we talked about last time, right? So this is still going on. So the update is that so remember there is one PR that changes the API to pass in the individual snapshot IDs so that we could do static provisioning. We can, when we do a get group snapshot, we need to pass in the individual snapshot IDs, right? So that one, so got some comments from Michelle, and the PR author is addressing those comments. See if this is the one. Okay, so actually
like minor nitpick comments or major comments.
It's okay. It needs some change, needs some code changes, but it's not huge. So like naming and things being consistent. So
Okay, but the
basically
basic idea is
it's the same.
sound.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
yeah. No huge change. Basically, she's just saying, let me show you what she was. I write it down here, right? So basically, just the naming. So this name. So she was suggesting to name it group snapshot source. However, this is already used in other places. We have this in volume group snapshot step, right? So we can't use the same name. So then we basically we look at this and that, and then decided just to call this, let's see, here. We call this group snapshot handles because it has the individual group snapshot handle and a list of the individual snapshot handles. So we call it this one. So this way we don't, overlap with other names. So the naming change. This is one thing. The other thing is she basically want to look at how we are what we are doing for the volume snapshot. In the volume snapshot, we have volume. We have a volume handle for dynamic provisioning, but here we used persistent volume names, a list of persistent volumes, persistent name. So she said
The PV names or the PVC names?
PV. So she's
names.
saying, can we be consistent and use the volume handle instead? So we look at the code, and this one involves some code changes, but actually it is possible. So that's so Ronak has made the change. I think he's still testing, so he has already made the changes. So basically, just one change is this one. This one is purely the naming, because this is not just the group snapshot handle. It has the individual snapshot handle. So we just named it
right.
Group snapshot handles to be, the closest, but we can't just name it some source because that name is taken in places, right? It's just kind of hard. Yeah. So naming is one thing, right? So, but this is still the same. The content is the same, right? It's just naming. The other one, this one is a change of the type. So basically changed from persistent volume names to volume handles. So yeah, so this is a change that involves some real code change. I think initially that we designed this way because I was thinking, it's easier to kind of relate this, right? So I think I didn't really go back to look at what is in the volume snapshot, that definition, right? So after she said, okay, look at it, say, it's fine. We want to be consistent. We can do that. We can, so, coding wise, it's not too much change actually, because even if we use this, we still need to convert those to volume handles when we call the CSI, right? Because CSI only takes volume handles, does not take this. Yeah. So I think it probably makes sense. So we made this change. Yeah. So not huge changes, but it's just more like naming and consistency. Yeah. So yeah. So this change is so Ronak is testing the change. After that, there's another PR on the real implement the get volume group snapshot status. That's for the static provisions. That PR needs to be updated. I'm still peeing that person. Sounds like that guy is still on vacation. But anyway, so we need to, so two PR need to be merged, right? Then we are done with this. And then the other thing that we talked about last time, which this one still we haven't, because this will be after 1.29, right? So I still need to think a little bit more about this, and then we can look at what we should change there. This is the restore. Remember we talked about this last time, right? So we can come back and look at this one after. I'd like to get this one wrapped up first, because we're still trying to release the sidecars still. Right. So those are the couple of things that we will come back to. So let me send Tom an email and see when he can come. Maybe I will ping other folks as well. You think for NetApp side we can have someone we can pin? What is his name? What is the Alex, right? Alex. Do you think?
Alex left NetApp months ago. Yeah, I don't know who, if anyone, is still representing NetApp.
Okay.
There was some reorgs over there that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I'm not even sure who to reach out to.
Okay. Clinton?
You could certainly ask Clinton. He's still there, but he's
Maybe not
not
working
as
the same.
involved with
Okay.
CSI as
Oh,
he
okay.
used to be. So but he would know who is
Who
involved.
to ask? Okay, that's okay. Let's just start with maybe I'll just start with as Tom. Maybe I'll ping Grant and see. I suppose he's still working on there. Yeah, suppose he's still working on that driver. I'm not sure. I was just not trying to think about it. Yeah, at least I can ask and see. Maybe I will ask Grant. Right, because I think I remember Tom says something about their implementation is very different. So maybe interesting to see. And then we can figure out who to ask from that upset. I think if we have someone to start, just to get started, and then we can figure out what to do next.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about my recollection of the policy at NetApp was they don't want to implement features that are alpha. They want to wait till they're beta. But of course, you want the feedback. So
no, that's okay. They can talk about what they do, right? I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah.
That's if they are willing to. Like they are not willing, but it's open source anyway, right? So it's not like we are, asking them to do something that is not already open source. It's just, of course, they still want to be.
Well, I mean, I still remember how it works at NetApp, which is when you take a group snapshot, you give a list of volumes, and a bunch of snapshots will pop out, and they'll be consistent with each other. But there is no group snapshot object, and there is no volume group object. It's just you just pick a list of volumes at the time you take the snapshot, and the system will, insert write fences into the various IO streams and make sure everything's synchronized before the snapshot happens. And
I see.
And then you get a bunch of consistent snapshots, but no group object that ties them together.
You basically didn't.
And that was.
You basically didn't really add any like Kubernetes APIs. You're saying that's what you're saying, isn't it? Or you did? You also you did
No.
CRDs. Did you also have your own CRDs for that, for this purpose?
Oh, like a proprietary implementation of group snapshots? I don't recall.
We're talking about replication here, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were still on group snapshots.
But actually, this one is also this one is something I also want to ask, just to see who would will start implement this, right? So maybe this is something other thing I should.
Okay. So yeah, on the subject of replication, yes, NetApp had a proprietary interface that involved some proprietary CRDs that the controller directly operated on and would do things down beneath the CSI layer. And I did a talk about that a couple of years ago at this point. It's been a long time. And I don't think it's changed since then.
Okay. Right. I remember.
I don't know if any work is happening on that feature, because it's sort of, there was never a well-supported interface on top of it. It was sort of middleware at the Trident layer, and there were NetApp has like a GUI interface that layers on top of it in a separate product, and like that's how NetApp wants you to consume the feature, is through their higher level interface, and that the CRD interface that Trident implemented was always just a middle layer that wasn't particularly well published or supported. But Trident is open source, so there had to be something in that middle layer that implemented it in an open source way.
Okay. Yeah. So those are so let's see. And this also, this one I also want to ask. I don't know if I asked this one last time. Oh, I believe is Dell also planning to? I'm not sure if Ivan knows. What did we? I actually forgot it. Did we ask this last time? Tom did give feedback on this design. So,
Sorry, what was that, Xing?
oh, I know we're kind of switching between the replication and this one.
Oh,
This one I think we do. Yeah, I will send an email to Tom about this. Now, just coming back to this one, we also want to see who is going to implement this one. So I know Saf said that they do have a plan. I think I know that Tom actually gave feedback on this design, right? So do you know if Dell is interested in switching to this? I know Dell has their own
yeah,
implementation already.
the last time I spoke to Tom about this was gosh, was like at least like 3-4 months ago. So yeah, he is yeah, like the we have our own volume group snapshot API,
Right.
but I think like he is interested in yeah, I don't want, yeah, I don't know. At this point, I don't want to speak. I don't want to speak on
Yeah, that's
behalf of
okay.
him.
We
So
can ask.
let's
Yeah.
ask him for confirm. But at one point, he did tell me that yes, there is interest in switching over to
Okay.
CSI.
Okay. Yeah, we can ask later. That's okay. Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
after
and
the. Mhm.
most of the times our customers will ask us anyway. It's like,
Okay.
why do you? So, but yeah, I think it's better to get a confirmation from him directly.
Yeah, that's okay. That's why I added a question mark. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, we can ask later if there are more people here. Ben, do you know if Google is interested? I remember there was actually an effort on doing this a long time ago, but I'm not sure if actually it happened in Google.
Which feature?
Group snapshot. Maybe Jean knows more about that. I
Oh,
remember it was actually some design. I don't know if you are even aware of that. I'm not sure if that's actually implemented though.
Yeah, so here at Google, like we're both, we have our own storage systems and our own CSI drivers, and then we have products that consume CSI drivers, and it's not always the same ones. And so we're interested in both sides of it. I think for this one, yeah, you would want to talk to the team that owns the PD CSI driver,
Okay.
which that might be Xing's team.
Okay.
Boy, I don't even know for sure. But
Yeah.
but like they would be the ones to implement a new CSI feature in the PD CSI driver
Okay.
if the feature is even supported at the lower layer.
Okay. Okay.
And I honestly don't know if PD can do consistent snapshot. It probably can. Like, it doesn't seem like a hard thing to do given our architecture.
Yeah, I remember there was actually some they're actually working on some design a long time ago. That was like a long time ago. Because when we were trying to do this in upstream, and then they also have something. I remember that at that time Jim mentioned that, but then not sure if it actually happened or not. So maybe I'll ask. Yeah. Okay. All right. Are there anything else we want to cover here today?
Nope.
Okay. Yes, Ben. You're saying something?
No, I'm done. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Okay.